In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make your first $1,000 with sponsors. Now, if you want to make money in your newsletter with sponsors, there's 3 different things that you can offer a sponsor. You can do a small 2-sentence promo. So for example, I've got this newsletter here. I'm in Beehiiv. I've written this newsletter, and then this is going to be my sponsor here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and edit this, just make it look a little bit nicer so it's ready for a sponsorship. As you can see, we've just got the title, we've got the link, and then we've got the description. So the first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to add in a section that just makes it really obvious that this is a different part of the newsletter. And then I'm going to put in the details. Now, straight away you can see that this is something different. It catches the eye and it pops off the page. If I wanted to, I can go through and I can edit this even further. So the nice things you can do inside Beehiiv, and by the way, if you want to get Beehiiv, just click the link down in the description, is I can change some of the colors. So I can pick some of these colors if I want to, change the background, change the text, and there I can just adjust it as well. So if I've got my own color scheme for my business, my brand colors, then I can use that. But I could just basically change it to whatever I want. So that it matches in with my business. But let's say for now we want to pick sort of like a nice pastel color, something to go with the whole yoga theme. So I'll just go for something up like that, set color, and then you can see there that it's changed it. If I don't like it, I can just go back in and adjust it. And obviously if I know my hex codes and things, I can just type those in. But this kind of thing here is going to be able to earn your newsletter money. Okay, just by putting something like that in. And if you went ahead and you put several in, then you could obviously get several different sponsors paying you money for one newsletter. Not only that, but you can increase the amount of money you're paying because you can let a company like this put their details in multiple newsletters. So for example, this newsletter is about work-life balance. So I might say that this particular company, I'll promote them over 4 newsletters. So it'll be my fee times 4. Because I'm doing a month of content on yoga before I move on to something else. So if you want to calculate how you're going to get to that $1,000, then something like this is going to be based off what your other numbers are for your newsletter. So let's take something that's a targeted niche, because work-life balance and contacting B2B businesses, so corporations, and offering corporate wellness would be quite a targeted niche. Let's say I've got 1,000 subscribers. If you want to see our video on how to get 1,000 subscribers, our roadmap to do that, then just check that out. That's on the channel. Let's say our open rate is quite high. 20 to 25 is a good open rate, but we're finding that actually numbers are closer to the 30 to 50%. So let's go for a 30% open rate, especially if you're going for something that's quite niche. Then you should get a higher open rate because you're talking directly to your audience. And let's say we've got a nice click-through rate of 5%. If I put all that information in, then you can see for 1,000 subscribers, I'm getting $30. Now you might think $30 doesn't sound like a lot, but as I said, if I was putting multiple people into this particular article, so for example, I had several different companies here, I've got 5 of them in total, including this one that I've edited, then that would be, I would be able to do this number, so $30 times 5. So that's going to get me to my numbers even quicker. And as I said before, other ways we can make money, that's just the numbers. This tool here for a small 2-sentence promo, as you saw in the Beehiiv newsletter. We could go for deep dives. So for example, if I'm offering somebody a paragraph, so I'm going into more detail about their business, I can charge more for that. And I can also do full takeovers as well. So quite often you can write an article, or write a newsletter, sorry, that will be on a particular topic, and you can write it as in the business that you're covering is a case study modeling that particular solution to a pain point that your audience has, and that you can charge a lot more money for. Even if I've just got 500 subscribers, my newsletter is quite small. At $15, all I need to do in order to hit that 1,000 is, if I take $1,000, I divide it by 15, then that's 66 promos that I need to do. Obviously, if you're going to do that once a week, then you're not going to make your money very quickly. But If you're doing daily, or as I said, you're offering deep dives, full takeovers, maybe you're saying to somebody you can have an entire month or promote you once an edition, so that's 4 times, then very quickly this money adds up. So if we took something like a newsletter that we're working on at the moment, $25 for a particular promotion, then because I am getting more, because I've included my open rate, then you can see it's going to take me a lot less newsletter editions. If I've got my subscriber number up, so let's say we're at 1,000, we're now at 50, which for those of you that are good with your maths, you know, if you doubled the number of subscribers, then it's going to halve the number of times. So we've got $50 that we're making per, and it's just 2 sentences per small sentence promo. It's only going to take us 20 editions. And I said, if I double that again and I'm promoting 2 different sponsors in my newsletter, then that's only going to take me 10 newsletter editions to get there. Now, a tip for you guys that are new to this, if you are in a position where you're smaller than 500 subscribers, as you can see, smaller than, let's say, 200 subscribers, and you haven't quite got your open rate up as high as you would like yet, you can see you're not going to be making a huge amount of money. But what we want to do is we want the people reading our newsletter to be used to ads. We want them to be able to see these things regularly and know that we put these kind of sponsorship ads in our newsletter. So from day one, I would find affiliate offers that I like the look of, and I would start setting them up in my newsletter as I plan to present an ad when I start getting paid for them. And the other thing that I would recommend doing is, you're not going to be able to do a huge amount with that $6 in terms of revenue and reinvesting it. So what I would do is I would be finding the companies that I would like to work with, and instead of charging them for sponsorship, say, look, we've just got 200 subscribers, but our open rate is good, our click-through rate is good, here's our data, would you like to have a free spot in our newsletter? Tell them that when you get up to 500 subscribers, you're going to start charging for it, but you can put them in completely for free. And the nice thing about that as well is you're going to get data, you're going to get information that when you do get to that 500 subscribers, you can go back to that company and say, we got this data last time, our numbers are even better, we predict we can get you this ROI, these are our costs, do you want to work with us? And because you've already built those relationships with these sponsors, then they're more likely to say yes, because they know what the ROI is, they've got the data, they know it's specific to their business, and then they are more than happy to work with you because they've had a good experience previously and you've got those relationships. So while your newsletter is small, definitely think more about building for the long term with those relationships with the people that you want to become paid sponsors in the future. If you found that calculator useful, we've also got our newsletter sales calculator that you can check out. So this is going to help you work out how much your newsletter is valued at, because when you build a newsletter, you might want to end up selling it, or you might to somebody who is wanting to buy and run your newsletter, or you might sell it to a bigger newsletter and they would put their email list and your email list together, sort of do a newsletter takeover, and then you would have that as your exit strategy. The other calculator we've got here for you, if you're interested in using it as well, is this one here. And this one is going to help you with working out what your total revenue or monthly income is based on the numbers you've got. So totaling up sort of what's your affiliate income, what's your sponsorship income, what's your services, consultant services that are coming from the newsletter, all those kind of things. Total it up, put the numbers in, and then you can work out exactly how much that you might be making. Now I'm just going to go back over to Beehiiv, because those people that are interested in Beehiiv, there are some other ways that you can make money with this, so you don't have to do all the work yourself. You should be able to see we've got this monetization here. Now you do need to pay for Beehiiv to do this. You need to get onto their $99 a month plan, which I know might not be for everyone. But as you can see here, you've got this thing called Boost, which is where you are able to boost part of their network. They've got other newsletters that you can boost, and then you can earn money from that, and everything is done within the Beehiiv platform. So all you need to do is find newsletters that match with yours that you want to boost, and it works very similar to being putting an ad into your newsletter. This you can start from very, very early on, even when you have only got a small subscriber base. But when you get a bit bigger, they do have this ad network here. This is for ad opportunities that are from big brands outside of the Beehiiv platform, not other newsletters, but brands that want to advertise within your newsletter. So you don't have to go away and find your own companies to put ads into your newsletter. This will do it for you. They just turn up in the ads part of your Beehiiv platform, and then you can decide whether you want to put them in or not. And then you've got subscriptions as well, which is where you can start to get recurring revenue from your audience by offering monthly or annual plans for a paid newsletter. So not sponsorships necessarily with that one, but it is a good way in order to make some more money. So if you want to check out Beehiiv, you can go down into the description, click the link, and if you go over to our channel homepage, when you go there, you'll be able to find a course where we teach you how to set up a newsletter business, and towards the end of that course we show you how to set everything up in Beehiiv on the platform and make the most of their free trial. So if that's useful to you, then you can go away and check that out. If you got any value from this video, please consider giving us a subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. It helps us with the algorithm a huge amount, and we'll see you in the next one.